Even 2.5 years after the release of this game, new techniques are being discovered. But not by the experts. It turns out that they are just playing the game way too fast. That's right. In their zeal to shave a few milliseconds off their opening combo, what they've actually done is slowed down their combo. Slowing down by just a few milliseconds can speed you up. What the heck am I talking about? Well, I'm glad you asked. All right, we all know that charge level is the key to getting the highest damage in Sunbreak with your bow. The higher your charge level, the more damage your shots do. And so what we're all trying to do is get our bows up to charge level 4 as quickly as we can so we can maintain that charge level and do the highest damage with every shot. So far, so good, right? And when you're deciding which switch skill to use to charge up your bow, whether it's charging sidestep or dodge bolt, every tutorial you see on YouTube, every expert you talk to will tell you the same thing. Charging sidestep will grant you 1 charge level each time you use it. And dodge bolt won't grant you any charge levels unless you hit the counter, at which point you get 2 charge levels. And while this is true in a strictly theoretical sense, devoid of any context or anything else or any other game mechanics that we have, it isn't actually true in reality when you sit down to play the game. That's right. The spreadsheet simulation of playing the bow is nothing at all like how the game works in real life. Who would have thought? What if I told you that there's a way to get your highest charge level with only 2 charging sidesteps? What if I told you that, contrary to popular belief, dodge bolt can and does give you 1 charge level every time you use it, whether you hit the counter or not? And finally, what if I told you that this even works in Monster Hunter World, a full 5.5 years after that game was released? What I'm about to tell you is the perfect example of why patterning your gameplay in combos after a spreadsheet simulation is not the best way to play the game. First, let me show it to you in action. Now here's how the experts tell you that the game works. Let me show you the damage you get per charge level. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. That is my baseline, okay? 4 charge shots will show you every tier of damage. If I keep shooting, it's just going to give you that highest tier of damage. Around 120, 116, 120. So if you use charging sidestep 1, 2, 3, you'll get to 120, right? 1, 2, 3. There it is. If you just do 1 charging sidestep, you're going to get the second tier. If you do 2, you're going to get the third tier. Okay? Pretty straightforward, right? Now, here's how you can make it work better. Watch this. 2 charging sidesteps, and you get the 4th tier of damage. How did that happen? Let's do it again. There it is again. 2 charging sidesteps, charge level 4. Crazy. This is not a glitch. This is not a bug. This is not a mod. This is how the game works. This is how the devs programmed the game to work. Let's do it again. If you look real closely, you can see what I'm doing here. Now, it's not what you think, okay? It's not that I'm starting out like this, because that didn't get me the highest charge level, did it? It's not that I'm starting out by holding to charge. That only gets me up to tier 3. 2 charging sidesteps, tier 3, okay? That's not what's doing it. So let me do it again. There, I did it again. 2 charging sidesteps, and I'm at tier 4 damage. Did you notice what's different? All right, let's use dodge bolt. Okay. 1, 2, 3. First tier of damage. Doesn't matter how many times I dodge bolt. 3, 4, 5. The experts tell you you don't get a single charge level with dodge bolt. Now, let's do it this way. See what's different there? If you do, consider yourself pretty smart. Now, let's throw something else into the mix. Here's something else the experts tell you to do. So what I should get from dodge bolt is 2 charge levels. There it is. With 1 dodge bolt, I get to the 3rd tier. Now watch this. 1 dodge bolt, I got to the 4th tier. Is it because I'm starting with hold to charge? Well, let's find out. Nope. I did a hold to charge on that and only got to the 3rd charge level. There. What's different between those two? Do you see it? Do you see the difference? Again, this is not a glitch of the training area. This works in Quest as well. What is going on here? You see, in our rush to spam combos like there's no tomorrow, we miss out on a fundamental feature of the weapon. Yeah, it is hold to charge, isn't it? But sometimes it doesn't work, does it? So is it just the fact that I'm doing hold to charge? No, it's not simply the fact that I'm doing hold to charge. Yeah, the charging method that the experts tell you not to use because it's inefficient. Hold to charge. What they don't realize is you can hold to charge while you're doing a dodge bolt or a charging sidestep. And the bow is charging the entire time you're doing these evasion moves. Yeah, hold to charge works as long as you're holding to charge, no matter what else you do. Watch this. Here's a move that most people don't even know exists in the game. My bow is charging the whole time. See that? It doesn't matter what you do. Your bow will charge as long as you're holding to charge. What's going on here? The hold to charge is stacking with the charging sidestep charge up. But why doesn't it work every time? See? Why do all the tutorials tell you that, well, you can get 2 charge levels off it real quick and then you can go right into your power shot to get your 4th charge level? Why does everyone tell you that instead of telling you the truth, which is you can get 3 charge levels off of 2 charging sidesteps? If you're a dodge bolt player, the hold to charge is raising your levels while you're dodge bolting. In fact, it'll even stack with the charge up that a dodge bolt counter gives you, which I just demonstrated, and which is probably the single fastest, most useful way to get to charge level 4. I'm going to tell you the secret. If you haven't figured it out already, I'm going to tell you the trick here. All you have to do to make this work and to work well is to simply pause just for a few milliseconds, just long enough to let the hold to charge get its single charge level. 2 charging sidesteps, if you spam them immediately after one another, that won't do it. It's too short. 3 dodge bolts spammed immediately after each other won't do it either, even if you're doing the hold to charge. You need to put a few millisecond pause in between your charging sidesteps. And that's all the time you need to max out your damage and start your combo. Seeing it now? That's all it takes. That short of a pause. So is this a new technique? Well, for most people, it probably is. For me, I've been using this method for a couple years now without even thinking about it too much. It just worked for me, and I didn't bother to figure out why. And it worked for me because my playstyle is such that I am not trying to dash dance, as they call it, nonstop. This is what people want to do. I've talked about this in previous videos. They just want to sit here and dodgeball across the entire map and just keep doing this nonstop. Of course, firing shots in between, right? Everybody knows that combo. Everybody watches the speedrunners. Everybody watches the bow experts. How many bow experts are there on YouTube? Well, you can probably name one. Okay, you can probably name two. That's what everybody wants to do. Just keep spamming that. Try to keep that up the whole quest. And how do you do that? Well, you take all your dash juice, you get all your buffs, and you get your Constitution Stamina Surge, and you don't have to worry about anything because you're just trying to maintain this the whole time. Maybe you throw a power shot animation cancel in there, and so you don't worry about your startup, right? But guess what? Nobody can dash dance the entire quest. It's just not possible. Even with the advanced skills, the ones that give you unlimited stamina, you can't do it because you're going to get hit and it's going to screw things up. That's just the way it is. All right. Even speedrunners don't dash dance the entire quest. Okay. Technically, maybe some of them do or could. That's because they pick quests that they can do in less than a minute. And so it looks like they're just dash dancing the whole quest. Well, technically they are, but if the quest only lasts a minute. All right. If they had to do it, if they had to keep it up for 5 minutes or 10 minutes, they couldn't do it. Nobody can do it. Okay. So what that means is you're going to be starting your combo more often than you'd want to. A lot of people are going to start it in the ways that the experts told them to do it. They'll say, all right, well, shoot to charge, power shot. Who has time to do that in a quest? Or they'll say dodge bolt, follow up, power shot. If that works, great. But these are the people telling you that that's the optimal way to play. And they don't even realize that there is an even better way to get your maximum charge level. And there it is. Pretty simple. Now, a lot of them will tell you don't even use charging sidestep anyway. They'll say, oh, that's garbage. Is it really garbage when you can close that much distance and have a charge level 4 just by closing distance and start your combo with a charge level 4? I don't think so. Anticipate the attack, animation cancel, dodge bolt, charge level 4. If you're stuck in that mode of playing and not thinking about what you're doing and not thinking about how the game works and what options you have available to you, you're not going to discover new ways to play the game, new ways to improve your performance. And yeah, Zacharias just went and tested this in World just as I was writing the script, and he reports that it is a valid technique there too. So sum this up. The two places I find that it works really well: number one, with the draw animation cancel right before a dodge bolt, and then with your charging sidestep at the beginning of a combo. There you go, charge level 4. And then the charging sidestep at the beginning of your attack. 1, pause, 2, there it is. Charge level 4 on 2 charging sidesteps. So I hope this gives you a few more options for squeezing all the power out of your bow that you can get. And I also hope it serves as a lesson about finding your own path through the game. From my experience with Monster Hunter, copying the experts as if their words were gospel is always the wrong answer. Assuming they've figured out all the important things you need to know, that's a bad idea. Doing so will blind you to discovering how the game actually works and how to optimize your playstyle to suit your own personal needs and goals. And most importantly, leaving it up to the experts means that you're limited by their creativity, not your own, and their willingness to explore new things, which history has told us is usually quite lacking. So you like the video, click like, subscribe to the channel. I have a lot of information here, a lot of cool stuff that I've discovered over the years and that I continue to discover for bow and other weapons. Check out my Patreon if you want to support me directly. Check out my other gaming channels too. And come on over to the Discord. We just had a new member ask a question on YouTube. I said, hey, come over to the Discord. We can discuss it a lot better and we can walk through all the steps needed to troubleshoot your damage numbers for bow. And he did that almost immediately. And we walked through it real quick and he's out there kicking ass and taking names now. So we do that probably 5 or 6 times a week. Somebody new will come on and say, I need some advice. And they just come on in and we hook them up. We got people who know more about this game than anyone on YouTube currently. In fact, I'm surprised on a daily basis by all the new things that these guys are discovering. And I keep telling them, start a YouTube channel. But They all have good reasons why they're not there. Fortunately for you guys, we got it on the Discord. Oh yeah, and check out my game store over at nexus.gg. You can get Monster Hunter Rise and Sunbreak on discount right now, and hundreds, thousands more games you can get there as well. I do get a small percentage of the purchase price. It does not make the price of the games any higher. You can even leave a tip there for me too when you purchase a game there, and they will send me 100% of that tip. So they don't take a cut off the top. That's all I have for now. A lot of cool stuff on the way. See you in the next one.